Big headlines at Rangers today. Let's dive into Rangers set for serious investment as detailed financial talks are held with a US billionaire. We'll also chat about Rangers receive Tom Lawrence. Good news as update emerges from Ibrox. Then there's the controversy. Philippe Clement told he cannot lose the Aberdeen game with pressure still on the Rangers boss. And finally, we'll cover Ali McCoist's heart sinks at Rangers finances live on air as a £17 million loss leaves the Ibrox legend really concerned. To get daily Rangers news at your fingertips, just hit the notification bell. Let's get into the news. We are the people. So, looks like some serious Yankee cash might be rolling into Rangers, eh? This John Halstead fella from Wyoming is now the top pick for ploughing new funds into the club. Sounds promising on paper, especially given we've just posted a loss of £17.2 million despite pulling in record revenues. How's that even possible, eh? The spending isn't the issue, it's the return, or lack of it, on that spending. One Scottish Cup with Gio, one League Cup under Clement. Not exactly the stuff of legends, is it? To be fair, the club's been trimming the fat. They've let high earners go, trying to get the wage bill back in order. But even with that, we've still been left wondering about the performances, and the jury's definitely still out on some of the lads Clement's brought in. Halstead stepping up to inject cash is good in that he's showing commitment, just like John Bennett and a few of the others. But the real issue is that some of the support won't be thrilled about the current lot staying in charge. A bit of new investment means nought if it's going to be managed the same way it has been. Some would say they've shown all the generosity of a pub landlord, but none of the savvy. And here's the kicker, Dave King's still hovering in the background, isn't he? Wanted back in for 2 years with all his talk of investment from Saudi or America, rumors of a Far East takeover bubbling away too. You've got to wonder if Halstead's cash just gets burned through like what's gone before. Are we going to find ourselves begging for more a year down the line? Here's a thought for you lot. Would you rather we stick with familiar faces like Halstead? Or is it time to open the doors for new owners, even if it means shaking up everything we know? Good news for us. Tom Lawrence is back in the mix, just in time for the Aberdeen clash at Pittodrie. David Edgar from the Heart and Hand podcast sounded properly relieved about it, and rightly so. At first, it looked like Lawrence might be out long-term, but he's back in quicker than we thought. He even got 45 minutes and a goal under his belt against FCSB on the 24th of October, which is more than a wee bonus. And fair play to the lad, he's been on fire this season. 5 goals and an assist from just 10 games across all competitions. He's finally showing the quality we hoped for when he first signed. But the only niggle is that he's been in and out with fitness problems. Hopefully this time he sticks around a bit longer, because we could do with someone like him pulling the strings up top. Having him available isn't just about numbers either, it gives us a proper edge in attack. We've been missing that spark and creativity at times, and his return could be the difference between getting a result at Pittodrie or coming away empty-handed. And let's be honest, a win against Aberdeen is a must right now. Anything less and things could get even hairier for Clement. Here's a question for you. Do you reckon Lawrence can keep himself fit and be the game changer we need, or are we just setting ourselves up for more disappointment with him going off injured again? It's crunch time for Clement, no doubt about it. Scott McDermott reckons we'll only manage a draw at Pittodrie, and to be fair, it's hard to argue with that prediction given the state of things. Aberdeen have been flying at home, undefeated all season, and we've only managed one lousy away win so far. Not exactly inspiring stuff, is it? Clement's under pressure, and a loss here would be a disaster. 6 points off the top already, with Celtic and Aberdeen running neck and neck. We simply can't afford to fall any further behind. The win over St Mirren might have been a relief on paper, but it showed we've still got major problems at both ends of the pitch. That lad Robin Proper was shocking, and as for Hamza Igamani, he was anonymous after replacing Dezers up front. It's clear the squad's still all over the place. And Clement, well, he's got no margin for error now. The knives are already being sharpened. If we come away from Pittodrie without 3 points, folk will start asking the big question: was he the right man for the job in the first place? So here's one for you. If we don't win this, how long do we give Clement before pulling the plug? Stick with him, or is it time to admit we've backed the wrong horse again? Ali McCoist's heart is well and truly in bits over the state of Rangers' finances, and who can blame him? Posting a £17.2 million loss, even after pulling in record revenue of £88.3 million, is hardly what you'd call sustainable, is it? Coisty didn't mince his words on TalkSport, admitting he's seriously worried about where we're headed. And let's face it, he's not one for over-dramatics. When he's rattled, you know it's bad. A lot of it seems to stem from Michael Beale's wild transfer dealings, plus the payout for giving him the boot. Add to that our failure to make the Champions League, and it's all coming back to haunt us. John Gilligan tried to spin it as a challenging period, but Coisty's right. It's hard to see this as anything but deeply worrying. The club's been slashing wages by about £3 million and cutting down the squad's average age, but even with that, these numbers are grim. It's not all doom and gloom, though. We're finally clear of all that legal nonsense. No more lawsuits dragging us down. The last of it, the Elite and Hummel debacle, cost us a hefty £3.8 million, but at least that chapter is done. Still, Coisty's fears are clear. The club might be winning little battles, but we're losing the war if these losses keep mounting. And just to twist the knife, former Celtic boss Martin O'Neill's been having a pop at us, calling the current side ordinary, and the worst part is Coisty agreed with him, even though it stung. After the Kilmarnock defeat, Coisty tore into the performance, calling it hopeless, but gave Clement a bit of leeway. The manager's barely through the door after all, and the mess we're in isn't all his doing. Here's one for you. Are we looking at years of cost-cutting just to stay afloat, or do we roll the dice on even more investment and risk sinking further into the red? Comment below what you think about the news. Don't forget to leave a like on the video to help me out. I post videos every day talking about our Rangers, so if you're not subscribed, you're missing out on the latest news. See you soon.